Hey everybody, today we're going to be reviewing the least expensive smartwatch I could find on Amazon. This was like $17 or $18. I think they're up to $22 now. It's called Tycoit. And I purchased it primarily for something that would monitor my sleep. Also would give me a tally of what my heart rate was while I was exercising. It doesn't take the place of a heart monitor that gives you more exact reading or have a alarm level set when you go too high and so on. But it will track and record and so you can save it and look and see how you progress over time. It has many other features too. So this is the display. You can have different displays. If you go into and download the program on your phone, you can access many more different faces to your watch. This is the one I'm using. It has the day of the week, the time, the day of the month, and it has how many steps I've taken. We're tracking to up to 8,000 because that was the goal, and calories. And the last time I checked my heart was 68. You can set this to check your heart every 5 minutes or not, and you can also have it to where, well, actually automatically, when you're using it in the sport mode, it's going to be monitoring your heart rate continuously and saving it. So you can get a list of what was your lowest and highest and so on. Now, let's go into, actually, if you flip this up at the bottom, you get a function that tells you where your phone is. This function, well, it keeps your watch from coming on. Like if your arm is down at your side and you bring your arm up, your watch will automatically show the display. But you can use this function to turn it off. So if you're out at night, you don't want that light to keep coming on and off. This is a sleep mode to turn off your functions. So if you're someplace you don't want any beeps and so on. This is a flashlight. And this is your brightness. You can change it from 1 to 3. And the last one are the settings for the watch faces, which we talked about earlier. You have 5 on this, but when you go to your phone and the app, you have several dozen. You can also download a photo that you want and use it, which I have not done. So, the brightness and auto lock, which we talked about earlier, this tells you how many seconds your display will be up for 5, 10, or 15 seconds. So let's go to what most people are going to be using the watch for, is your functions. This is your sport functions, your statistics, music, sleep, heart, news, oxygen, weather. This is a timer. This is well, this is a timer. The other one is not a timer. It's a counter. Get back. Stopwatch. Okay, I knew that. I knew that. And this is the flashlight that finds your phone if it's nearby. And once again, that's the other settings. Actually, no, we didn't talk about those settings. Let's go. You've got watch faces, brightness, auto lock, but at the bottom, I think you have some more. QR code, regulatory, and system settings. So if you want to turn off the power, reboot, reset, and so on. So let's put it on my arm, and we can check and see what the heart rate and the oxygen are compared to my regular. This isn't a medical grade, but it's close. I've used this in my doctor's office, so we'll see how accurate this is. And I don't know if it's consistent, though. So the literature that comes with the watch says it's not to be used as a medical device. It's just for information only. You know, if so long as it was consistent, even if it wasn't accurate, it could give you a tally every day. You could check it. So let's plug in. Get out of the stopwatch. Okay, we'll do the oxygen sensor. I put it on my finger, and we've got the oxygen sensor here. It takes about 30 seconds. Like I said, you can set the watch up so it checks your heart rate every 5 minutes, but it doesn't do that for your oxygen. You can it only does the oxygen when you press the oxygen function. And it will display for like about 15 seconds and then go off. Okay, it's giving me a reading of 98, and I've got 97 and or 96, 98, 97. But I've got a heart rate of about 66, 67. So let's change to our heart and see what it says. It went up to 99. Oh, that's the other day. They were very different from each other. Now do the heart. Like I said, we have, it says 64, 65 on the oxygen meter. Let's see what it does. It's got 60, but now it's going high. It's going back down. I noticed with the heart rate on the watch, you don't, when it turns on, it doesn't give you the reading. It goes high and comes down, or it goes low and goes up. So see 65 there, 60, 64, 65 here. This one I think is more accurate. And this one, it takes, it's like a hot air balloon. You know, you give it some gas and it goes up, and then it takes a while. It takes a while for it to get going and to get to the right place. So it looks like it's fairly close to this, which I'm kind of surprised. The other day it was a lot different. So this is the second time I've done it today, and they were both kind of close. If you have your app on your smartphone, you can get a lot more functionality with your program. Where is the little literature that comes with it? When you go to download your program to your phone, it gives you these two QR codes you can use. I did one on the Android, and I got something that said I wanted my credit card number, and then it said it was for free, and then at the bottom it said, well, it's free for 5 days, but then you pay $49 a month. So I said, that's not what I want. So I went to, as it suggests, you can go to either the App Store or the Google Play Store, where I went to Google Play, and I downloaded the Fit app to my smartphone. I would show you the screen on my smartphone, but that's what I'm using right now to record this. Like I said, it's like if you use the smartphone app, when you go into your sport programs, let's say you're doing outdoor walking, it's going to keep track every single day. There's a calendar on your phone in the app, and you can each day you can see what you did for your walk, how far you went, what was your minimum heart rate maximum, and who did you reach your goals, and so on. And a lot of other information that you don't have on the watch, but it's stored into the Fit program, the app program. Then by each day you can see, and it's pretty handy. It also does the same thing. It tracks your heart and your sleep. The sleep program is probably the best one, because it tells you if you've been sleeping deep sleep or light sleep, or if you're awake during the night. But I can't show that to you on the phone because I'm using the phone right now. But you can deep sleep, light sleep, wide awake, your targets, and so on. And if you go back on the calendar, it'll give you the previous days of your sleep, so you can sort of get a balance of what's going on. Freestyle was when I was bouncing on the trampoline this morning. Here's freestyle from the 22nd. So this was when I was bouncing. This was when I was walking, because it wasn't syncing, so I just put it on freestyle. But let's do here. You can see the heart rate, the average, maximum, minimum, how much time was aerobic, and so on. But I like looking at the heart rate and how it's doing while I'm exercising, and see. But that's to me, The fact that it can find my phone and the fact that it tracks my sleep through the night really well, and I can see how well I'm sleeping. And it does a pretty good job if I'm walking or on my trampoline. I can see how high my heart went to help with any interval training. So it's not a replacement for a heart monitor to wear on your chest when you're doing exercise, or it's not a replacement for a medical grade heart or oxygen sensor, but I think it's pretty good. And it's $17. Also, it has a feature that I did not sign up or connect with that will notify you if you have any text message or phone messages through WhatsApp or whatever program you use on your phone. Was there something else that we left out? Heart rate, sleep data, music control. I didn't use any music. Weather, quick settings. No, I think we went over pretty much most of it. So if you have any questions, leave them in the video description. I'll be happy to answer them if I can. And I'll have a link to the watch if you want to purchase it on Amazon. Oh, I forgot to mention, I don't think I mentioned the fact that the watch is charged by this little device, little battery device. I like these better than the plug-in things because these plug-in things wear out after a while where the battery doesn't. So it charges in a couple hours and it's good for a week, which from what I understand is a substantial amount of time for a smartwatch. So it's worth, I don't know how long it's going to last, but I think it's worth the price I paid, and it's worth giving it a shot. If you're looking for something that tracks your sleep and does a fairly decent job of tracking how many times you're getting up in a day, you're sitting, how long you've been sitting. Oh, I forgot to mention one other thing, that there's a way you can connect with someone else's phone. Let's say you're monitoring your parents and they're using the phone. You can see how long they've been sleeping, how much they've been exercising, what their maximum heart rate has been, and so on. So it's very handy in that respect. So it's got a lot of features for $17 or $22 or whatever the price is going now. All right, Tycoit smartwatch. Put new stuff on every single week. Been doing it for 16 years. Got over 1,300 videos, and got a whole playlist of reviews if you like that sort of stuff, and many other things because it's a variety channel. All right, I'm yapping too much. All right, time to go. Take care. See you out there.